All right, welcome everybody. Let's call this meeting to order. Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency, April 16th, 2024. We could go ahead and call the roll.
Commissioner Fournier.
Here.
Commissioner Moss.
Here.
Commissioner Perkins.
Here.
Commissioner Segerson-Eaton.
Here.
Vice Chair McGee.
Here.
Chair Harden.
Here, if I could ask everyone to please silence their cell phones. Silence your cell phones or put them on vibrate. That way we don't get disrupted during the meeting. And if we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I get a motion approving the CRA board meeting minutes of March 19th, 2024?
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Mr. Tran, are there any changes to our agenda today?
There are no changes, Chair.
Very good. Can I get a motion approving the agenda as printed?
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you. On our consent agenda today, does anyone wish to pull item number 1 from the consent agenda? Hearing none? Very good. Then the consent agenda, item number 1, will be eligible for discussion during audience to be heard. All right, that takes us up to audience to be heard. Do we have anyone signed up for audience to be heard?
I have no sign-ups, Mayor.
No
Audience to be heard.
sign-ups. All right, very good. Takes care of that. That takes us up to our consent agenda. Can I get a motion approving item number 1?
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you for that. Takes us up to our regular agenda. Item number 2 is a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency approving and authorizing the proper officials to execute a strategic investment program grant agreement between the CRA and Big Tree Barbecue, Inc. relating to the properties located on Powerline Road between Northwest 4th Court and Northwest 5th Street, providing an effective date and for other purposes.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and second for discussion. Good afternoon, Ms. Vasquez.
Yes, good afternoon, Chair, Vice Chair, and Board members. Kimberly Vasquez, CRA Project Manager. The item before you today is a Strategic Investment Program grant application for Big Tree Barbecue, Inc. As you recall, last month, you approved a property disposition and a development agreement with Big Tree for the improvements to the vacant properties located just west of Powerline Road and between Northwest 4th Court and Northwest 5th Street. A provision within that agreement provided that they could come back before you with a strategic investment program grant application for those improvements. As you recall, the site improvements included construction of a 1,500 square foot building, restaurant with a 300 square foot covered patio, infrastructure improvements that will include water, sewer, electric to this location, parking lot improvement, dumpster enclosure, western perimeter wall, landscaping, and paving. The interior for the restaurant itself includes a kitchen and service area of about a little over 500 square feet, a dining room, restrooms, outdoor covered dining area. Under this application, they're requesting everything for ground-up construction, which means the structure itself, the plumbing, the electrical, the HVAC, the kitchen build-out, restrooms, flooring, finishings, everything that's included with that restaurant build-out, as well as site improvements, including those utilities, a grease trap, parking lot, the landscaping, perimeter wall, etc. Their eligible cost under this application is at a little over $800,000, and the program contribution they're asking for under this application is the maximum amount of $150,000. The Northwest Advisory Committee did review this application and did recommend approval at their last meeting on April 1st. Under the agreement that you have attached as part of this application is once completed, they have to submit for a permit within 6 months of approval. They must complete or start construction within 1 year and have it pretty much completed within the 2-year time frame. But as per their development agreement that you approved last month, they stated that they'll be completed probably approximately a year from now. Once completed, this family-owned restaurant is going to provide employment opportunities and not only service the immediate community, but also attract other patrons from the area. Staff recommends approval of this Strategic Investment Program grant application. And that concludes my presentation on this item. I'll take any questions you may have regarding the application, and the Bynums are here today regarding business operations.
Very good, thank you for that, appreciate that. This is a public hearing. Is there any input from the public on this item? Seeing none, public input closed. Commission discussion, questions, concerns. Commissioner Fournier?
Thank you, Mayor. I know we're all very excited about this, and I know that you will succeed, but I always want to make sure we're protecting our investments. So I do have a couple questions in a downside case where things don't go exactly to plan. So it looks like it's an $800,000 total investment. It's hard to see it with the angle, but there is some equity and some debt financing this project. And then there's this strategic investment money. So where does this fall in a capital structure? So, you know, in a traditional, if they start construction and then we just stop construction, equity would be lost, you know, debt holders have some claim. Where is this money?
This is a reimbursable grant, so we would only pay it at the end of completion of the project. If they go through bank financing, which they are going to be doing, what we can do is what we did with the former applicant, is where the bank held those dollars in escrow, and as they submit their construction payments and payouts, they would let us review those payouts as well, but our money would come in at the end because it is a reimbursable grant.
So once the project has a CO, the money is then, it's an escrow, but then the money is outlaid.
That is correct.
Okay. So we are protected in the capital structure, essentially.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Very good. Further commission discussion, questions? Seeing none, let's go ahead and call the roll.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Moss,
Yes.
Commissioner Perkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Seegerson-Eaton,
Yes.
Vice Chair McGee,
Yes.
Chair Harden.
Absolutely. Good luck. Thank you. All right, that takes us on to item number 3 as a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency appointing one resident of Pompano Beach to the Northwest District Advisory Committee of the CRA for a term of 2 years, said term to expire on April 16, 2026, providing an effective date.
So moved?
Second.
Moved and second for discussion. Are there any nominations for this item?
Yes, Mayor.
Commissioner Perkins.
I'd like to nominate Velma Grant.
Very good. Velma Grant. Are there any further nominations for this item? Hearing none, nominations closed. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Item number 4 is a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency appointing one business owner and operator to the East District Advisory Committee of the CRA for a term of 2 years, said term to expire on April 16, 2026, providing an effective date.
So moved?
Second.
Moved and second for discussion. I'll go ahead and nominate David Mingus, District 3. Are there any further nominations for this item? Hearing none, nominations closed. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you. Item 5 is a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency appointing one city resident or business owner to the East District Advisory Committee of the CRA for a term of 2 years, said term to expire on April 16, 2026, providing an effective date.
So moved?
Second.
Moved and second for discussion. Are there any nominations for this item?
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor?
I'd like to nominate Corey Stancia, the incumbent.
Corey Stancia. Are there any further nominations for this item? Hearing none, nominations closed. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Item number 6 is a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency appointing one city resident or business owner to the East District Advisory Committee of the CRA for a term of 2 years, said term to expire on April 16, 2026, providing an effective date.
So moved?
Second.
Moved and second for discussion. I'd like to go ahead and nominate Judith Niswonger, District 3. Are there any further nominations for this item? Hearing none, nominations closed. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you. That takes us up to item number 7 is a resolution.
A resolution of the Pompano Beach Community Redevelopment Agency appointing one resident from the East CRA District or within 1 mile radius of the East CRA District to the East District Advisory Committee of the CRA for a term of 2 years, said term to expire on April 16, 2026, providing an effective date.
So moved?
Second.
Moved and second for discussion. I'll go ahead and nominate Jack Rogerson, District 3 incumbent. Any further nominations? Hearing none, nominations closed. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. That takes us up to additional audience to be heard, which I guess we'll have none of that. Unless there are some, of course. Takes us up to reports. Executive Director, Mr. Tran.
No report, sir.
Very good, thank you for that. Ms. McKenna, CRA Attorney.
No reports.
All right, we're on a roll. Our next meeting date will be May 21st, 2024 at 1 p.m. CRA Board members, Commissioner Fournier.
No report.
All right. Commissioner Moss.
No report.
All right. Commissioner Perkins.
One concern, I wanted to ask staff if they can look into the airplane noise in the northwest area. I've been getting complaints about it, but I heard it for the first time on Saturday morning. Just ongoing flying over and noise, just ongoing on Saturday morning. So if staff can look into that, I'll perhaps call the FAA office and see what's going on. That's always been their flight path, but it's just overwhelming on Saturdays. If staff can look into that for me, I would appreciate it. That's it. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Segerson-Eaton.
No report.
Very good. Vice Mayor.
No report.
All right. Well, I've got no report. This meeting is adjourned.